These changes are awesome. Some cruiser branches will receive submarine surveillance consumables. Yo! Really? Where is it? In the news? There we go. We don't want aircraft to spot enemy while traveling, only when they're attacking. Planes will be able to travel at maximum speed in this mode. While traveling, the aircraft carrier will only have the information provided by the spotting of allied ships. So for CVs, if you look right here, they're making it where there's a travel mode and a attacking mode.
Your wish is horrible.
While in the travel mode, the CV won't be able to spot ships at all. You know how when a CV gets their planes and they fly back and they're at like max altitude? That's kind of what I'm imagining is going to be happening, something like that, where they're like above the clouds. But during this mode, they're not able to spot on their own. The only information they'll get is from allied ships. Now, when they switch to attack mode, they made it where over time, if they're above a target, so say a CV is sitting above a DD. They're sitting above a DD, which we see this all the time. Over time, the anti-air will get stronger. We see this all the time with Louisiana's, the hybrids. This is a very common theme. A CV will legit just sit on top of a DD and the DD can't do anything, like a Shima or what other DD? Like the Reggiolo, Kleber, CVs, hybrids like Kearsarges, Louisianas, any Nebraskas, any of those hybrids will just sit above the DDs and make it where they can't do anything, right? This new change right here makes it where their anti-air will get stronger over time so that they're able to, you know, kill the aircraft. So even if a ship has weak aircraft, like weak anti-air, they'll still be able to over time kill the aircraft. Now, how quickly or slowly that's going to be, we have no idea. But it's a nice change for DDs or ships that get focused a lot, like the Yamato. So I like these changes overall for the CV. This is something that we've been asking about for years, is for them to finally change the spotting for CVs, so I'm finally glad that they are doing something about that. They did say, though, that the CVs will be able to control their guns. You know what that means? You know what that means? Grab Zeppelins. Grab Zeppelins are coming back, baby. Dude, you know how good Grab Zeppelin's gonna be? Because, like, you know how accurate the secondaries are, right? They're super accurate. I hope they don't. I hope they don't nerf them. I pray they don't nerf the Grab Zeppelin. I pray they don't. I wanted to keep it the same. It's gonna be so much fun, dude. Grab Zeppelin, because the main reason why the Grab Zeppelin doesn't do normally well, even they have amazing secondaries, but the problem is that the Grab Zeppelin is so accurate with its secondaries that it will always hit the hole or the middle spot of the ship, so it does no damage. So if you're able to aim yourself and hit the superstructure, you're gonna do so much damage. It's just gonna melt ships. It's hilarious. I'm gonna love it, dude. I'm gonna love it. It's gonna be so much fun. Yo, let's go! They're finally adding ASW planes to the German and Fenzia lines. Let's go. Yo, that's awesome. We've been wanting that forever, dude. Yeah, they're finally adding depth charges to the old Nick. Let's go. Yeah, finally. That's like one of my favorite ships. The Leon too. I'm glad that they're adding depth charges to those, so that's nice. Some cruiser branches will receive submarine surveillance consumables. Yo, let's go. We can finally spot subs. Yeah, the fact we finally get a way to spot subs without hydro is awesome. That's awesome. This is where they were talking about the shotgunning. The torpedoes will be very slow when they first launch until a certain range, for example, first 3 kilometers, then troop will gradually increase. This should give Cerbished more opportunity to evade shotgunning attempts. Similarly, the damage from troops are very low within closer to enemy and for traveling some distance. Okay. What stops a CV from flying around in attack mode? They aren't as quick. That isn't as quick. All right, I'll send you the code 8 point 1 second. They're not as quick. Yeah, 1 second. I'll send you the code 8 point. They're not as quick when they're in attack mode, and if you're hovering around a target, you do more damage over time. The anti-air does. So yes, they can still spot while in attack mode. The anti-air damage gets more the longer they're in there. So if they're just hovering around somebody, they will lose their planes very quickly over time. So CV spotting isn't completely gone, it's just heavily nerfed. Nah, I don't think this is gonna change. I don't think that's gonna change that. Yeah, Rush should only get one pass at attack mode spotting. Yeah, yeah. CV spotting has to be more purposeful. Yeah, it has to be. Look forward to the results of the final. I want to test this so bad. That is a massive change. I don't see it fixing the hover over. It does though. Because while they're in attack mode, hovering over, they can't spot while in travel mode, right? They can't. But in attack mode, when they're able to attack, they can spot.
Big stretch, yeah.
But in a travel mode, people can shoot at the planes that are above if they have defensive AA or fighters. So if you have a fighter on your, ship, you can use that to shoot down the travel mode aircraft or a defensive AA. So those skills are still useful. Now, when the planes are in attack mode, if you're in case the aircraft carrier keeps attacking the same ship repeatedly or is literally just hovering above them, the ship's anti-air strength will get significantly stronger for a period of time, making it counterproductive for the aircraft carrier to keep focusing the same target. Which means if the CV is just hovering above a DD, like a Shima or whatever terrible anti-air DD or cruiser or battleship is, the longer the CV is there spotting, the more planes it loses.
Thank you, Iron, for your service of the servicing. Because
it'll get worse. The anti-air strength will get more and more and more and more and more over time, which significantly hurts their ability to just sit there and spot. And they also said they're testing a mechanic where it affects, let me see, a new counterplay where they're able to blind the carrier. So it's like they're able to blind it to where it's not able to spot. So they're testing some kind of mechanic where they're able to blind it. We don't know anything about this mechanic too much. The only mechanic we're talking about is right here. These, like the travel mode and the attack mode. I love the fact that the CVs can now control their secondaries. That's awesome. I love that. The submarine changes as well are also really good. The amount of people asking the official just saying to just remove subs completely after this announcement, yeah, they're never gonna just remove subs and CVs. They're never going to. They're just gonna do changes to make them more, balanced on what they can do. I think these changes are awesome. We've been asking for changes forever. And I think this is some very good changes. This is a step in the right direction we've been wanting for. We've been asking them to change the shotgunning mechanics. We asked them for a while to change the shotgunning mechanics. They changed the shotgunning mechanics. We asked them to change the spotting mechanics for the CVs. They changed the spotting for the CVs. They're not nerfing how much damage they're doing. They're just nerfing the spotting, which we've been asking for forever. That's what we were wanting for a while, and they're currently working on something to do that. That's what we've been asking for forever, and we're finally getting it, so I'm super happy. This update is not until... It's 13.1, so this should be... is the next patch, right? 13.0? Yeah. So 13.0 is February. But no, these changes are awesome. I'm very happy for it. Very happy.